Hey, legends, Frazer Brookes here, and in this video, I want to share with you what you should do with your Facebook and Instagram followers and friends before you launch your network marketing business. Okay, if you're new to the channel, then do me a massive favor, smash the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and let me know down below that you're tuning in. We engage with all the comments we get on this YouTube channel, so hey, I would love to see that you're tuning in, whether you're new or existing. Let us know down below before we kind of carry on with this. So, in today's video, I really want to kind of go into depth about what you should do when you're building your network marketing business, or you're about to launch, or you're about to relaunch, or you're about to announce a new product, or you're about to announce that you've hit a new rank, whatever. What you should do with your current Facebook friends and Instagram followers before you start announcing this information. So, imagine this. Imagine you find out that you're pregnant, or you just get engaged, and you make a post on social media about it without telling your nearest and dearest, right? So you find out you're pregnant, you're super excited, you pick up your phone, you go onto Instagram or Facebook, and you're like, oh my God, I just found out I'm pregnant, woo! And you put your phone down, then 3 days later, you call your mom and say, Mom, have you seen the news? She's like, yeah. I've seen the news. Or Mom, hey, I've got something to tell you. She's like, you don't need to tell me. I already know. I saw it on Facebook. She's like, oh my God, you did. The level of your friends and family are either going to be offended or interested. What are you doing to separate that? They become offended when they see what you're doing on social media without you telling them. So imagine you post it on social media and then you contact your friends and family and say, I've got involved in this thing. I would love your opinion. I would love I'd love your appreciation. I would love your support. I would love you to check it out. They're like, well, you just told a load of strangers on social media before us. They're offended. Whereas you need to use this moment and you need to leverage this moment to create interested parties. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to announce the launch or the relaunch or the new product launch or the milestone launch or you're taking your business seriously launch, right? You can call it a launch. Remember, network marketing is a launch and relaunch business. You're going to launch, then relaunch, 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 and relaunch, and relaunch. It's what it is, right? So, exactly. Right? You're going to relaunch like crazy. So, here's what you're going to do. Guys, I've got something super exciting to announce in 3 days, in 4 days, in 7 days, in 10 days. Right? Announce it in your stories, in your reels, in your lives, in your posts. Make it very obvious that something big is happening on a certain date. Right? A part of promotion is warming people up to get ready for when the promotion comes. Okay? That's part of it. So now, what you can do in those 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, you are now going to reach out to your friends on Facebook, your followers on Instagram, your followers on TikTok, your subscribers on YouTube. Obviously, whilst it's smaller because you're just getting started, let's say, you're in your first year, your second year, your first day, your first week, whatever it might be, and you're going to say, hey, Mary, let's say it's a Facebook friend, hey, Mary, that you obviously have spoken to before, hey, Mary, you might have seen I'm launching or announcing something in 7 days from now. I would love to let you know what it is before. Would you be open to that? That's it. Hey Sarah, maybe this is a follower on Facebook. Hey Sarah, you may or may have seen that I'm announcing something huge to help the world in 7 days from now, but I respect you, I appreciate you, and I would love to share the information with you before. Would you be open to that? That's all you have to do. So whenever people come to me and say, Frazer, I'm kind of new to social media, like I've been involved in my business, but I haven't posted yet because I don't want to turn people off. I don't want them to feel a bit icky. I don't want them to get upset with me. What should I do? You show them the respect and appreciation by saying you're going to launch something in 7 days and then let them know before the launch, because this is going to tell them that you appreciate them. I'm letting you know before I launch it because I have love and appreciation and admiration for you. Can I count on your support? Now, let's say that you're going to announce it's going to be a live launch. All right, you're going to do a Facebook Live, an Instagram Live with your upline, your mentor, your sideline, your crossline, whatever. You're going to do a live launch and you're going to talk about what you're involved in, why you're involved in it, why you're getting started with it, and why you're sharing it with other people. Now, you're going to say to your friend, hey Mary, you may have seen that I'm doing something. Hey Mary, I'm launching something really exciting 7 days from now. Can I count on you for support? Can I count on you for support? Yes, you can. Great. Would you be open to me sending you the information about what it all is now so that you know what it is? Yeah, sure. But now what's going to happen is they've already told you that they're going to be, you can count on them. They can then help you promote this live. They can then turn up and start commenting, and they can give you some confidence that there's going to be 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, 50 people on this live when you go live at the time. Because sometimes we're thinking, oh my God, I don't know if anyone's going to turn up. Great. Ask people to turn up, and they will. And if they don't, maybe that friendship is not as legit as you thought it was. Friendship, in my opinion, works both ways. Shipping channels go from left to right, left to right. If you only ship from one country to the other and never back, what's the point? Right? It's a thing you got to give and you get, you got to give, you got to get, you got to give love and you get love back. It's not always a take. And if you have relationships and friendships like that, I would audit them. I don't know. That's for another conversation. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. If you haven't already done so, do me a massive favor, smash the subscribe button, give us a down below.
Okay. Had to cut him off there. Yeah, automatically got cut off. That's cool. Yeah, Frazer Brookes. That was exciting. Yeah, that's cool. And I heard that a lot before about doing a launch and creating excitement around launches, no matter what it is, and just create a launch. Some kind of launch is always happening. Oh, we're launching this, we're launching that. So that's, but I never thought about the idea that if you don't tell people, then when you do the launch, like even for our 90-day run, I was just saying that this is going to start, but I never, you know, now I can see that maybe it's something, hey, why haven't you told me what the 90-day run is? Right. And that should have been done before the launch of the 90-day run. So now we can think about how we can do that now. You heard we were doing a 90-day run, and the launch or the live video or whatever is going to be like 2 weeks from now. Yeah. So we can give that a go, and like whatever Frazer Brookes has to share, it's always like super valuable. That's what he's doing, right? And then that's another point, like really to figure out what he's doing everything right, Frazer Brookes. I know the way he presents his social media, the way he does his video, the way he clips the video at the beginning and talks about what he's going to talk about, and the way he asks people to subscribe to his channel, all that stuff. You know, he's doing it. And then he's also, if you look at his YouTube, you also see these shorts that we've been talking about. He does short 1-minute clips all the time. So it's cool, and that must be working. But the yeah, we can do that both for the business launch and for any kind of product launch.
And you can do it for events too, like events, promoting events are a really great way. I mean, it's not a launch of a product, but it certainly is an exciting event. And then we know when it's coming because the company lets us know so far in advance. Right. So we can just be building excitement that we're going to be attending it, whether it's virtual or live, and, you know, what we expect to get from it. And, you know, if our team is participating and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, cool. And maybe we can think about how to invite people to the Kickstart calls in that way too, like sort of create some buzz around it. And then, because we're on here anyway, we might as well invite people to be on here. I think the truckers have arrived here. Every time I hear a truck now, I think, well, the convoy's here. Isn't that funny? It's a psychological sound. I saw someone post yesterday, we don't need more cowbell, we need more air horns. That's from that Blue Oyster Cult thing. It's awesome. Anyway, I thought that was fun. Yeah, so yeah, just talking about those different kinds of training, and I find we've got all these little bits and pieces of stuff that we know is great. It's just a matter of putting it into place, right? And I'm kind of in the same boat now Brady too. I've got all this stuff going on, but really it's and just I mean LifeWave stuff. It's got all these ideas and all this stuff. Try to do this, and I'm getting a lot of response now from just posting about, because people want to leave Canada. You know, I've got so many messages.
That's a good angle though,
It's
because
like, damn.
they need an income and they need to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
You need something to promote, make money on. You kind of got it all.
Yeah, right. And then it's not just moving to Mexico. It's like, you know, people would like to do something, whether it's move out of Canada or whatever, but you can't when you have to rely on a job that you have to go to. So I think, in other words, I think more people's eyes are opening up. Hey, I better start to do something now, you know, because things are different. Things are changing. So I think we're in the right spot to be able to help people with that. But yeah, I got a ton of response for that. And then another thing is, more and more people are online now. Like even these truckers, you can watch the truckers in a Facebook Live drive across the country for 10 days and just drive. It's kind of interesting, you know, for people that haven't driven the country.
Yeah, too bad you couldn't reach all of the truckers and say, look, you need something for energy. You need something to take the pain out of your hands when you're driving all this way.
Right. And the thing is, these guys, even these truckers that have probably never did a live before or have been online before, they've got like 3,000 people tuned into their live, you know, for 8 hours or, you know, and that's amazing. So now I think it's also creating a wave of people that realize the power of social media and doing Facebook lives and other lives and that, whereas nobody was thinking about that before. I also noticed there's a lot of independent news producers, or whatever you want to call them, independent news. They're running around with microphones and cameras and reporting, you know, and they're getting like 5,000 people tuning into what they're saying and what they're reporting, because people are interested in that. So that's a good idea. How do we get, like, we could approach these people that we know that have 3,000 viewers and say, hey, promote this product for, you know, promote the patch for so that you have more energy and you can stay up for 8 hours in private truck. And I like what some people are doing now too. They're saying that, you know, this is my sponsor, you know, these LifeWave patches, and check it out. And you know, when you've got 5,000 people tuned in, that's a big audience. You just have to make that announcement. And I don't think these guys really realize how they can monetize their viewers. You know, some of them are selling T-shirts and stuff, and other things. But yeah, that is a good idea.
Now, just to reach them and get it in their hands.
Yeah.
So I have a quick question. Yesterday, was somebody asking about diabetes and the patches? Do you guys remember that? Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it's been brought up before.
Well, I just saw in today's LifeWave Global Leaders Group that carnosine, they have a pilot clinical trial that's provided evidence of the ability of the carnosine supplementation to protect against diabetes development, as well as Alzheimer's. So that's kind of really great news. I know I thought I remembered somebody in our group asking about it yesterday, and it just got posted this morning. So
okay, and is that the one with David Schmidt talking?
No, this is a post. They just posted
okay.
it this morning. Yeah, it's not a video. It's just a talk. And then there's preliminary studies suggesting that there's potential for carnosine to help fight cancer. For instance, the presence of carnosine decreased growth on many major types of cancer cells, including liver cells, colon, and ovarian. So of course, we're not saying that it solves any major health issues, but there is evidence that it might be helpful.
Great.
So I wanted to put that out there because I know you guys are not in that group.
Right. And no, that's awesome. And if we could share that in, because sometimes if we all don't have to be on a 1 hour call. We just take the tidbits from it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know I was watching, okay, I was watching David Schmidt talk about that yesterday. And I don't know if the video was from yesterday, but he was talking about cold espresso. Time for more coffee. But that's great. I think I'm inspired by what you said, Dee, about getting more onto those calls, those product calls. It's really, like even the one yesterday where it was great to hear David Schmidt talk about anti-aging, right? And how it's been proven in the clinical studies that, you know, how the X39 is working. Like when you don't hear that, you just think like, you know, why does this work? But when you actually hear the science behind it, it's amazing.
Yeah, and it's so good to keep reminding ourselves of that, because then we just stay more passionate about what it does and why we get to share it with others.
Yeah, cool. And then also for others, it's good to have a follow-up for people that are just trying the patch, because the more information you can see on why this works and how it's working for others, testimonials and all that the more confidence that it gives you. And like we've been doing it for long enough already and trying it for long enough, we're convinced, right? We're okay, but we forget what it would be like to be brand new and just trying it out.
Yeah.
True.
Right. And so that's
Yesterday that someone said it was like I'm trying to find it. One week of the patch or 1 month of the patch X39 is like 10 years. And so for every it was 1 month. 1 month of wearing the X39 patch is like reversing, 10 years worth of whatever is going on. Right. And so if you're like 40 or 50 years, you're going to need at least 5 or 6 months to really get some awesome results if that's what you're going for. Yep. And I thought that was really interesting because, I know Potato had said like 1 day was like 2 days or something like that.
Yeah, I think he made that up, but it was still awesome. But then David Smith confirmed it. He said that it reverses your age by 10 years for like in the studies and in the lab, they measured it, right? Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
And I think it's something that's good to remember. And then when people ask, well, how long is it going to take? Or I don't feel anything yet. It's like, okay, well, listen, you're 40, you're 50, you're 60 years old. Come on, give us at least, give us a month for every decade. How about that? Just give us a month for every decade and see how will you feel after 6 months. If you're 60 years old, give us 6 months and see how you feel. Yeah. How about that? Let's make it a little more realistic, guy. You mean like
and at least make a commitment for 3 months so you've got your 100% money back guarantee.
Right.
And then after 3 months, you can reevaluate. Okay, I want to do this for another 3 months because I'm feeling something, but I want to keep going. Or after 3 months, I'm not feeling anything at all. I want my money back. How no one's going to ask for their money back. Go ahead.
And that's a good thing too. Like if people are saying they aren't feeling anything, I think, because I read that too, it's so important to follow up with people. Like once they have their patches, make sure we keep following up maybe 3 days later. So how is it going? And then you can hear, I'm not feeling anything. Okay, well, are you putting it in the right place? Because placement does matter on some of the patches, right? X39,
and
not
are you
so
staying
much.
hydrated?
And I was going to say, and hydration is the next thing. And are you consistent? Because another thing, they really should wear it for the full 12 hours. Like you can wear it for 4 or 5 hours, but we're recommending, the product is recommended for 12 hours. Right. So if you wear it for 4 hours and take it off, you've got to know that you're not following it, you're not wearing it as recommended. So we can't guarantee that you're going to get the results that the clinical trials have produced because you're not doing what they did in the clinical trials.
Right. Yeah.
So that follow-up is important just to find out, are they doing all the things to get all the benefits?
True. And then also in that sense, it's a reason to touch base with somebody. You're genuinely concerned or interested on what they're doing, you know. And yeah, it's good. You're saying, are you doing it every day? Are you drinking your water? Because people might have only done it, you know, had the patch on for 2 days and then didn't have it on for the rest of the month, you know. So yeah, we're doing it every day, and yeah. And then also, I think maybe it's also important, I think, to make people to make a checklist before they even start, saying, okay, what kind of issues do you have? I don't get enough sleep. I've got pain in my joints. I've got whatever, you know, and so
that's a great thing. So are you, because you know we do have the tracker, we have the health trackers. So that's a good thing maybe to have on hand to send either as a printed thing or as a PDF in their email follow up. Hey, did you get the health tracker that I sent you? Your patches are going to be coming in a few days because you've ordered it. Did you get your health tracker that I emailed you? Or can I get your email to send you this health tracker so that I can, you know, you can be sure to track your results.
Right.
And then, like you said, that's another great reason to follow up with them. And it's great customer service, you know?
Yeah. And it shows that this is really kind of a serious thing, you know?
Yeah.
Write down all the things that you have issues with now, because what happens is you forget. We've said that many times. I forget that I wake up in the morning and I'm ready to go. I'm not tired. and then you, even after 20 years of being like that, you forget that, hey, I don't have that anymore. I don't have that pain anymore. So that way, and I never did it. I never made a list, but imagine going back 3 months later and going, oh yeah, that, oh yeah, that, oh yeah, that. It's gone. Right?
Yeah. And I think that would also make it easier for people to, if they're trekking for themselves, their benefits, then it makes it that much easier for a customer to want to transition into a sharer or distributor, because they've actually got this document that says, hey, these are different. And then when they tell their friends or family, it's like, you're wearing a sticker and you're changing, what, come on, no, look, this happened and this happened and this happened. And then they're more likely, right, to be able to share with more confidence that it's not, you know, it worked for me, you know, I don't know how it worked, but it's like, well, this is what happened. Like, this is exciting,
okay,
you know?
Cool. And that's on the app, isn't it? The tracker, it's available like outside of the app too?
Yeah, for sure. It's available in the back office and it's available on the app.
Okay, yeah, that's a great idea. That should be a standard thing. Following up with someone, reaffirming to them what they need to do with the patches, how to wear them, and then follow up with the tracker.
And we can do that even if we're sending samples, because I know not everybody has a brand new customer right now to send that to. It's a great idea, but if you don't have a brand new customer right now, we could always send it to somebody who we're sending a sample to or that we've given a sample to. Again, just to be able to follow up with them. Say, hey, I'm going to send